Hello, grade ones. We are going to do a quick little science experiment. We are learning about transparent and opaque. Transparent means that something is see-through. So when you put on a pair of glasses, you can see through them, okay? When I have this plastic bag, you can see through it. When I have this piece of paper, you can't see through it. You can't see my hand. So if something is see-through, it means that you can see through it. If it is opaque, that means it is not see-through. So out of the two examples I gave you, the paper would be opaque and the bag would be transparent. Okay? We are going to look at some different materials. The first material is mustard, honey, oil, milk. This says H2O. We were chatting in class. This is just a fancy name for water. And lastly, we are going to test some soap. So at the bottom of my page, you can see I have these color wheel eyeballs. Now, I have all of these materials in little bags, okay? So here's my mustard. We're going to start with that. We need to decide, is mustard transparent, meaning you can see through it, or opaque, meaning you can't see through it? One more time, transparent means you can see through it. Opaque, you cannot. So that means if I put this mustard over the eyes, if you can see it, we would say that it is transparent. If you can't see the eyes, then the mustard is opaque. Are you ready to try it and find out? Here we go. Let's take our mustard, put it right over top. Okay, now where can you see, if I spread it out a little better, can you see the color wheel eyes anymore? No, you cannot. It is covered by the mustard. So that means mustard is an example of an opaque object. So we are going to take our pencil and put a check mark in opaque. Okay, let's read this one. Honey. Let Mrs. Chocolate find the honey. Where do I have it? Now, honey, uh-oh. Where did my honey go? Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Okay, friends. Here is our honey. So you can see it's a little bit brown. It's very slow moving. When we cover it, can you see the color wheel eyes? Can you still see the eyes? Yes, of course you can. So that means, what is it? Is it transparent or opaque? You got it. When you can see through the object, it is transparent. Can you put a check mark in transparent? Okay. The next liquid we will test is oil. Now, oil is used for cooking. It's kind of a little bit yellow. I just have some vegetable oil in this bag, and we are going to test it out. Do you think it's see-through, or is it opaque? There we go. Can you still see those eyes? You sure can. Oh, those bubbles look kind of cool. You sure can see the eyes. So that means it is transparent. Good job. Okay, we have 3 left to do. Can you read this one? Milk. Okay, now milk is white. Here it looks in the bag. This is our milk. You can see it's very runny. Is milk transparent or opaque? There we go. Take a look. What do you think? Can you see the eyes anymore? No, they kind of disappeared. That means this must be opaque. Good job. Milk is opaque. All right, and do you remember this fancy word again? H2O is a fancy word for water. You betcha. Now, water in the bag looks like this. Again, we have a very runny one, and it's very liquidy, very runny. Friends, can you see through the water? Yes, water is transparent. Put a check mark there. All right, and the last one today is soap. So I have some soap here. This is just some blue dish soap, and we want to know, is soap transparent or opaque? Here we go. What do you think? Can you still see the eyes? I know I can. So that means it is transparent. And there you have it. One more thing that I want to show you today. So if we have a material that is opaque, okay, that means it's not see-through. So what were my two examples of opaque liquids? The mustard and the milk. Now, if we take the mustard and the milk, you can see that it takes away our eyes. So it's opaque. One way to make something more transparent, so if you are ever painting or working on a craft and your color is too dark, one way that you can make it more transparent is by making it thinner. So if I take my mustard and I brush it out and I make it thinner so it's not all in one spot, now are you starting to see that eye? Yeah. So you can change an object's ability to be opaque or transparent. And one way you can do that is by thinning the paint and making it lighter. Now, if you wanted to change it to the opposite, so let's say you were painting and you painted over top, but you could still see something and you didn't want to see it anymore. What could you do then? Well, you do the opposite. You would just add thicker paint. So you would get more paint and you would add it on top. And when you add more paint, eventually it gets thick enough that it turns opaque. Let's try that with the milk. We take the milk and we put it on just like we did. We can see that it disappears. It's opaque. Now if we try and stretch out the milk and spread it so it's not so thick, is there a chance that you can see that eye? Totally. So all we need to do is make it thinner or thicker, and that can change it from being transparent and opaque. Okay, grade ones, I hope you had lots of fun learning about these types of materials. I hope you tried your best, and I hope that you learned something new. Bye!